Hello, my name is Scott for SP Gaming. Welcome back to Fallout 4 Survival. We're here at County Crossing, and it looks like the Deathclaw is still over there. Not sure what he's doing over there, but it's awfully close. Anyway, we are here at this small shelter I built so I can have a proper bed. They just had a few mattresses on the floor, and so yeah, we have a chest here with a bunch of stuff that I just dumped off just to bring our weight down. And we do have a few pieces of armor that I'm leaving back here. Exterminator, synth right arm, and the fortifying synth right leg. This I'd like to grab and use, except that I am currently using the sharp synth right leg. Actually, if I'm wearing my charisma gear, I think for at least combat I want to have the fortifying. When I need charisma, I can just throw my charisma stuff on. So yeah, we're going to actually switch out to that. So the fortifying synth right leg brings us up to 375. That is nice. +1 strength and +1 endurance. So yeah, about that. Anyway, we are going to be heading over to the Revere Satellite Array. We dealt with the National Guard trading yard, and I don't know if I'm going to do anything down this area. But I do want to come over here, then pop over here. Obviously go to Saugus Ironworks, and then up to the Slag, and pushing up this way. Yeah, we'll probably go to Parsons as well this episode. All, of course, depending on exactly how much we get done. Anyway, I'm going to stick to the road right now. And I am leaving my wonderfully amazing full suit of X1 Power Armor. Oh, wow, that was such an amazing find. As long as you're level 28 when you come across it, it is golden. There he is. Alright about that. Now. What I would like to do, we're gonna sneak in, and nice 6 mines. I need to predict the route that they are going to take. Although first we'll take out this bloatfly. There we go. Alright, where are they? There's one there. There's one right there. One there. Suicider there. Now I want to drop one here.
Gonna splatter your brain.
Hopefully that's not going to be. Yeah, we'll grab it. Throw another one here.
What? Who's there?
Another one here. Nice.
Yeah.
And whoop. Yeah, I had to figure as much. Alright, about that. Well, the Brotherhood are coming in. That is nice. And there's my other mine. Where is it? Right there. Alright. Now, how can we help the Brotherhood? Alright about that. him.
For honor, glory.
Suffer!
Oh. Where is he? Right over there. All right. Where is he going? Oh. Okay, so I think there's two of them. One with a laser weapon. Yep. Alright about that. Now. Distress signal. Red roach meat. And missiles and fusion cells. Alright. And we have Brotherhood Knight. That is unfortunate. Here's a question. What is my carrying capacity? We'll just turn that off for now. Yeah, we'll grab his power armor pieces. And a suicide arrow that did not explode. All cap, fusion cells, 38 rounds. Now. Oh, nice. Look better in black. Permanently more difficult to detect while sneaking.
Sweet.
45 rounds. Alright, so what I'd like to do is there anything in here? Nope. I'm going to go there. And unfortunately, the vertibird. Yep. Fusion cell, gumdrops, swirl bits. We'll grab that. Bomber jacket is 2 energy or 5 energy and 2 ballistic. 2 weight. Flight helmet 3 and 5. No. Well, this was the easiest time I've had here at of course the definitely helps to have the Brotherhood show up. 38 rounds. 38 pipe rifle compensated now. And now I want to make sure we don't fall off this, because that would be very, very bad. And yes indeed. So Fat Man here. Question is, does it come with a mini nuke? It does, unless, oh no, never mind. I picked that one up. Well, how about this? We could always throw... Okay, never mind. We'll throw 4 pieces on. And do we have a fusion core? No, I don't. Alright, so he's missing an arm and a leg. And I am going to jump into it, because I just want to jump down from here. Yes, indeed. Alright, well, I have another set of T60. I'm just going to get out of that. And investigate the satellite array. Scribe Faris' holotape. Field Scribe Armor. 5, 10, and 10. Here's a question. Field Scribe's armor. It has armor on everything, so yeah, it's pretty disappointing. We'll take it anyway. We'll grab the Stimpaks and purified water, 308 rounds of fusion cells, and we'll take the pulsar. So we are done here, and we might as well listen to Scribe Faris's holotape.
This is Faris. It's been 2 hours since the Paladin left. My leg. I can't staunch the bleeding. The bullet must have hit an artery. Brandis, if you get this, I hope you made it back to Aslan in time. There was nothing you could do for me. Get to the bunker up north. You'll survive. That's all that matters.
Alright, map updated. Recon Bunker. So at this point, yep, Recon Bunker Theta. At that point, the quest is complete. We no longer have to do anything else. And was there... I'm pretty sure there were Super Mutants here. Unless... No, I did. Okay. Anyway, at this point, what I would like to do is jump in the Power Armor. We're going to walk this over to Finch Farm very, very slowly. Well, on the one hand, I can jump. But fortunately, Finch Farm is just over there. Alright, so we are coming up here to Finch Farm.
Abraham.
Hey, you! Oh, sorry. Thought you might be one of those forged maniacs, but you don't have the burns. A group of them took over the old ironworks, and they'll shoot you just as soon as look at you.
Who are the Forged?
Bunch of trumped-up raiders, obsessed with fire and metal. That bastard son of mine, Jake, snuck out in the middle of the night to join them. He grabbed my granddad's old sword. It's the closest thing I've got to an heirloom. If you really are with the Minutemen, and you want to help, well, it would mean a lot to me if you could get that sword back.
I'll find it.
You're doing me a big favor, and I'll make it up to you as best as I can.
Alright. Travel to Finch Farm. Retrieve Abraham Finch's sword. Anyway, let's just park our Power Armor right here. So, do we go to deal with the Saugus Ironworks? Or do we just move on? Get up to Parsons, deal with that. We're not going to be able to get the Charisma Bobblehead quite yet. Well, we can always see how it goes. Although, with that said, we do have a level up. We're at level 31. What is available for us to take? Gunslinger's at 42. Black Widow, we have the maximum rank. 49 for that. We could grab Big Leagues just because reasons. This might be a good idea just because we do have a science weapon now. Ninja. Sneak attacks do 4 times normal damage. This would make my silenced pistol extremely powerful, which means I'd be tempted to use it all the time. I do want to get to Blitz, but I do kind of want the Agility Bobblehead, which is down here at the shipwreck. And I'm nowhere near getting there, just because I have not gone further south than here. And I need to go right down to the bottom. Yeah, about that. I think I want to go Demolition Expert. I do use a lot of mines and grenades, and of course, grenades gain a throwing arc. What is affect a larger area and 75%? And double damage. Mines and grenades shot in vats explode for double damage too. So yeah, we're going to go with second rank at Demolition Expert. And we got some Brahmin there. Yeah, I think we can handle Saugus Ironworks. Now the only question is, are we going to be able to deal with the Forged? I know what we'll deal with the Forged. Mines. Yes, indeed. We'll mine up this route because this is the way they like to show up. torch right there.
What the? Time's up.
Let's drop a mine there.
First mistake.
And one right here.
Spread out. Find him. Disappearing act, huh?
Whoa!
I got all day.
Alright about that. Let's stim pack up. Alright about this. Oh wow. Alright about this. Nice. Got him. And that wasn't. Oh. Stim pack. I really hate the forged. Flamer fuel. And we want... Oh, no, no, no. Torso. Oh, perfect.
Stubborn. I'll give you that.
Super sledge and drifter. Perfect. Alright about this. Let's grab our own Molotovs. Oh! Okay. About that. Nice. .38 rounds, flamer fuel came close there. Yeah, the guy came from this side. Not had that happen. They usually always come in this direction. The mines did their job. Alright, let's check here. All caps, grab that. Nuka-Cola. Let's grab this food. That, and that. Alright, well, let's head on in. let's frag mine. Oh, bother. Throw one right here.
Who's there?
And we have a critical. Run! Oh dear. Yep. Stim pack.
It's called shooting straight, rookie.
And all right about that. And we're good. Now, can I? All right, so that one did not do a whole lot. Where is my mine?
Oh, I know you're here. I'll find you.
Really? 95. Alright, we got a tension trigger. And there's a laser rifle. Critical. Got him. Whiskey, purified water, nice. Got those. Jet. And we'll do a few more. There we go. Now there should be a couple more guys in here. At least I think so. Oh. Machine gun turret. Well, this is going to be interesting. I will say, because I do have autosaves on, that if I die in the blast furnaces, I am not going to have to redo all this. So, yeah, about that. Alright, about this. So, what weapon do I want to use? What has the best damage overall? Critical damage refills action points. 135, laser rifle 32, righteous authority 148. I believe I have a critical. Yeah, let's use this. Now the question is, when it comes to chems, this is probably a time to be using chems. What do I got available? What is going to be worthwhile? I wish there was a separate category for chems, a separate category for food, because this aid category is really annoying. Strength and charisma. We have high school. Win it. No. Although AP 7 seconds, 7 per second for 5 seconds. We have jet, slows time for 10 seconds. We have, you know what? I'm going to take some medics. I'll take it right now. Do we have psycho? Yeah, I should have psycho. We have psycho. Yeah, 25% more damage. We're gonna go with that. Psycho jet, damage max AP 35 for 15 seconds. You know what? I just might take some psycho jet. This is the time I need it the most. Yeah, about that. Let's head on in.
If she tries to leave, kill her. You must be pretty strong to make it here.
Oh, were those your guys? I thought they were just trying to throw me a barbecue.
Huh? Like your style, stranger. Been a while since anyone had the guts to talk to me like that. See, Jake? Here's someone who might actually be worth my time. Unlike you.
They're gonna kill me.
But I brought everything you asked for.
Stealing things from your family farm doesn't prove your strength, boy. Though this wonderful sword you brought does put me in the mood to give you one last chance to prove your worth. What do you say? Kill that prisoner and prove that you aren't completely useless.
You said we'd be raiding outside the Commonwealth. These people aren't even a threat to us.
Prove to me that you can kill. It's him or you.
Oh God, what do I do? What do I do?
Walk away, Jake. You don't have to do this.
Please, let me go.
What's
You're
it
right.
gonna be, Jake?
I don't want to do this. I don't want to join the force.
Alright, we are going to have to fatigue, medics, adrenaline. Yeah, it'd be nice if I had a bit more adrenaline. I think I'm going to wait to take the psycho jet.
I just want to go.
You're going to do 2 to that one. Yep, and I want to go for this guy. We're going to go for it. There we go, and critical. And then I want to Psycho Jet. And I think Psycho stacks. And I want to also take a Nuka-Cola Quantum because I need AP. And we want to... There we go. And now... And stim pack. All right. What else? Buff out would give me extra hit points. Where's Buff out? Where's Buff out? Yeah, let's go with Buff out. And critical.
We will kill you if we have to. Just leave.
Hey,
Wait, I'm sorry. I messed up. I panicked.
Okay. What were you doing with those guys anyway?
what were you doing with those guys anyway?
Yeah. Well, I thought we'd be raiding outside of the Commonwealth. And that if I joined them, I could provide for my family.
I don't know. God, my dad's right. I'm such an idiot.
Look, I should probably try to go home and make amends. I know I've got no right to ask, but I bet if you're there to explain, things with my dad would go easier. I bet if you bring my great-granddad's sword, he'll make it worth your while. He always tries to deal fair with people. I'll wait for you by the overpass near the farm.
Alright. Well, about that. Let's, free the prisoner.
Excuse
Thanks
me.
a lot. Thank you.
Flamer fuel. And shish kebab. Saugus roof key, fusion cells. Flamer fuel, T-45B torso. Let's grab that. He just has Raider. Yeah. Nah. And now there's a few things to grab.
Yes.
Explosives bobblehead. That's something I could have done. From here. Thrown up a Molotov or something just because reasons. And picket fences.
Excellent.
You're now able to build new statues at settlement workshops. Alright. Slag's terminal. Let's unlock this. I missed that picket fences last time I was here. Anyway, let's check for duds. Actually, no, I'm not going to check for duds just because I'm going to take a couple guesses and then we're going to try to... So, likeness 0. Task. Nope. Talk. Could be else. It's not else. Could be club. Now we're going to check for duds. Alright, so we got the tries reset. That's nice. We have 3 additional tries. And so we tried task, or not, talk, which was a dud. Else, club. Took. Nope. Take. Or talk. No. Else. No. Club. No. Could be whom. Whom is a likeness of 1. H. And yeah, there weren't any that had likenesses. W-H-O-M. 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 Okay. Well, can't be took. I think. Oh no, neon.
Yes.
Saugus Ironworks, weak. Weak recruits so far, they break instead of owning to an edge. May have to abandon operations in the Commonwealth altogether unless we uncover a better source. Progress. Met some of our neighbors, call themselves gunners. Stronger, sharper, convince a few to tempt the trials. Passed, now they're forged. Their leaders weren't pleased. There was some blood, but when they saw our resolve, they chose to negotiate. Wise. Now word has gone around about the gang that beat the gunners. Lots of new recruits. Seems we'll be staying in the Commonwealth after all. Materials, scrap shipments from Dunwich Boars have halted. Sent Bedlam to light the fire under the worms. Jake, another flawed candidate. Attempts to bribe his way in, but the blade he gave is impressive. I'll give him the trials. Even if he fails, I'll still have something to show for it. Corvega. Jared and his crew are dead. No surprise. Doubt he was even sober enough to enjoy the fight. Alright about that. So. And nothing else in there. What I'm going to do is we're going to grab this dampening rod sleeve. Dampening coil. There is, I think it's an unmarked mission where you need to come here to grab that. I might as well grab it because I might come across it. If I understand correctly, it is down in this area. Somewhere in here. Possibly in here. But yeah. Anyway, let's head out. And it is getting into night. So I am going to run back over to Finch Farm. I'm not sure if I am going to make my way onwards to the Slag or if I might just end it back at Finch Farm. And Psycho has worn off.
Here goes nothing.
What the? Boy, I told you that if you ever
Abraham,
showed
what's
your
going
face
on?
here again, I'd...
Is that my boy come home?
What? Jake's back? Oh, thank God.
Papa, please. I know I screwed up pretty big. I thought if I joined up, I could keep them from raiding our farm.
I didn't. I don't want to hurt anybody.
I don't care what you thought. I told you.
Abraham Francis Finch, that's enough.
Mama, if...
Shut up, Jake. If I hear anything out of either of you, you'll both be peeling potatoes for the next year. I've watched you two go at it for years and tried to let you sort it out for yourselves. Abraham, your son is a grown man. And if you expect him to act like one, then you'd better stop treating him like a child. Jake, your father and I have been out there, and we know it can be dangerous. We just want to make sure you're prepared. There. It's over. If I hear another word about it from either of you, so help me.
She's right, I've been a fool. There's no way I can thank you enough. Here's the caps we agreed on, plus a bit for helping my boy. I think you should hang on to that sword. It'd put a smile on Granddad's face to know it was being used to help people.
Alright, about that. And talk to Preston Garvey.
Thanks again for getting me out of there.
Yeah, about that. So, if I want to get the experience for Out of the Fire, I'm going to have to talk to Preston Garvey back at, of course, Sanctuary. Great. Yep. Some of these missions, you kind of have to go back to Preston because it's Minimin related. But at this point in time, what I'm probably just going to do is... Yeah, I can set up a bed.
Even if I had time for something like that, which I don't, who'd be interested? The women of the Commonwealth ain't exactly lining up to be farmers' wives.
Then you need a farm girl. There's plenty out there, you know. That Abernathy girl is nice enough, even if her mother's a witch. And there's that girl at Warwick. What's her name? Joni?
Janie. And she's too young for me. And Lucy Abernathy's only got eyes for Hawthorne and Diamond City.
Well, don't you worry, son. There's someone out there for you.
You're the one who's worried.
Alright about that.
I can't think past
And Doc Weathers.
Excuse me.
Doc Weathers is guaranteed to patch up any bruises, holes, and diseases you've picked up.
Nope.
But I ain't got no fix for personality.
Yeah. See what's wrong with me, Doctor.
You have any of those symptoms? Tell me about them.
Feeling sick. I think it's radiation.
Blood pooling in the gums, signs of anemia. Yeah, we better clean you up. Done. Now, is there anything else bothering you?
I'm pretty beat up.
Scrapes and bruises, but it's probably a good idea to get them fixed up. All done. Any other complaints?
No other complaints.
All right. Don't ruin my hard work by dying out there.
Alright, so I've heard that apparently that takes care of... Yes, it does. It doesn't tell it. And that's the thing. I don't need to be healed because I have fast healing. That's annoying. That's the problem with the dialogue options that are limited to the 4 options for a gamepad. Anyway, at this point in time, I'm going to take a break here, and we will continue off with more Fallout 4 Survival in the next episode. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. My name is Scott for SP Gaming, and as always, have a good day.